It's a dark day for democracy. Here in New Zealand, we have a proud tradition of extending the franchise for any other country in the world to women, and of constantly making our democracy accessible to everyone. That's right. And what's this government doing? What's Christopher Luxon doing? He is making it harder for people to vote. It's shameful. It's absolutely shameful. We know that 110,000 people enrolled and voted on election day last year. And it's all very nice for the minister to suppose that they might enrol earlier. 137,000 people actually changed their details in the voting period. That's 137,000 people who he is making it harder to vote. He wants to stop people enrolling, stop all those people exercising their vote. That's hundreds of thousands of people who might not get a say in our democracy. I think everyone is entitled to a say in our democracy. Working people, busy people, people caring for kids. Hey, and you know what? People who forget to enrol 2 weeks before as well. Because not everyone's fixated on politics and elections, and sometimes it takes until the last 2 weeks to think, I really need to get around to that. Politicians should be making it easier for people to vote, not harder. That's how we make sure that everybody's voice is heard, that everyone gets a say, and that this democracy, this parliament, is truly representative. Making it harder for working Kiwis, for Kiwi parents, making it harder for them to vote just shows how out of touch Christopher Luxon and this government is. But you know what's really shocking is that all of the advice that the minister's got has said this is a bad idea. In fact, if you look at the regulatory impact statement, it says there are other things you can do which are much more effective. Enable electronic enrolment, enable automatic enrolment, and then there's the Attorney General's report. And the Attorney General, frankly, slated this bill. I have never seen an Attorney General's report which is so bluntly vicious and damning, saying things like freezing registration earlier in the voting period has the potential to harm confidence and trust. If people want to vote and they're shown the hand and they're told, sorry, too late, you're out of luck, you didn't do your paperwork, what does that say about trust in our democracy? It is undermining the trust in our democracy, and that government has undermined it a lot already, and it's doing it again. The Attorney General also said, and this is important, this starting point is the fundamental importance of the right to vote within a liberal democracy. A compelling justification is required to limit that right. And did the Attorney General think there was a compelling justification? No. She quite honestly and frankly said, this is not justified. This is an unjustified limitation on the guaranteed right in Section 12 of the Bill of Rights Act to exercise that vote. And what's more, then if you go to the departmental work, the regulatory impact statement, it says it won't work. Their advice, page 23 of the report, is that this initiative could result in lower enrolment rates, lower turnout, more disallowed votes, and reduced ease of voters, and it creates a barrier to participation. That is right, Damien O'Connor. It's exactly what they want. They don't want everyone to get down to the polling booth and have their say, because they don't represent all of New Zealand. Christopher Luxon is making it harder for people to vote. He is so out of touch with ordinary New Zealanders that he doesn't get that not everyone remembers to do their administration 14 days before the voting period. It is a dark day for democracy. This is a huge step backwards, and we should be thoroughly ashamed of it.